Like, comment, and subscribe.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers, and our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We are drunk in our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given our hand to the Maswayan and to the Assyrian to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we are born their iniquity.
All right, Mashpaka, Shalom. Sorry for the upset earlier. The live wasn't working properly. Let me just kind of like try to talk to y'all today because having issues with this thing. I do still have that information up there for y'all. Let me go ahead and yeah, put this on repeat. Alright, so I do have the information up there for y'all. I'm finna let it open it back up. Alright, so this right here is Oscarville that I was discussing with y'all about. Let me pull this up for you. Alright, there we go. Boom. So this is Oscarville right here. Alright, let me go ahead and start reading what I got. And thank you, if you was here before, thank you for coming back. So it says Oscarville is a ghost town. I don't know the name of that, in Forsyth County, Georgia. Oscarville, a majority black town, is most famous for being a central location in a series of violent crimes. Okay, turn this up. In a series of violent crimes and racially motivated riots that happened in 1912, driving away most of the black residents of Forsyth County. In 1950, the remnants of the town were flooded during construction of Lake Lanier. Now remember, this is 1950, family, not 1849 and 1503. This is 1950. The site of Oscarville was located in northeastern Forsyth County, close to the border with Hall County. History: Oscarville was formed in the 1800s during the post-war Reconstruction. Oscarville was an agricultural community. This was where Negroes would plant their own and eat their own food. They wasn't being lazy. Shalom, Susanna. They weren't being lazy. They was working, agriculture. Though not all residents of Oscarville were black, a large number were, and many of those residents had achieved higher economic growth than other black communities of the time. Many of the Oscarville black residents had been freed from slavery after fighting in the American Civil War. In 1911, see, listen, back in them times where racism was really popping, So you know it was segregation. In 1911, Oscarville had approximately 1,100 residents, 58 of whom owned land. 109 residents rented farms, and many more worked as craftsmen in nearby towns such as Cumming. Other residents were employed as cotton hands who did cotton. Oscarville residents were especially noted for their skill in raising poultry. In 1912, racial conflict. You see this? Main article, 1912 racial conflict in Fort Worth County, Georgia. So you could get that. You could read the main article right there, and I'll share it with you in the chat when I'm done reading. It says, in months preceding the 1912 conflicts, racial tension in the area still remained high from 1906 Atlanta race riot. In 1912, several white farmers in the area were under economic stress, which they blamed on black landowners. Several months prior to events of Oscarville, a dispute between a black boy, a Negro boy, and a white girl at a peach orchard in nearby Plainville had turned into an attempt lynching of several black men. Black residents of Plainville resisted, and the situation escalated into a shootout, will result in the death of the white sheriff of Plainville. Information about the 1912 conflicts can at times be conflicting or hard to find due to a lack of available records. There are no available arrest records for several of the events involved in a conflict, including the beating of Grant Smith, the lynching of Rob Edwards, or any of the following Night Rider attacks. The Fourth County newspaper was founded in 1908, but has no available archives before 1917. Ellen Grace incident. On 5th September 1912, September the 5th, 1912, a 22-year-old white woman named Ellen Grace made an allegation that two freedmen had attempted to rape her. Grace claimed that she woke up in her bed to find a freedman in her bed besides her, but all assailants was scared off by the arrival of Grace's mother. 5 freedmen, I say freedmen for a reason, were arrested by Fourth County Sheriff in connection with the case. News of the alleged attack and resulting arrest unsettled the surrounding freedmen communities. A local freedman preacher, Grant Smith, made an appeal to the sheriff that the 5 freedmen who had been detained by release, put back into slavery, claimed that there was not enough evidence in the case to charge all 5 men. Smith also claimed that Ellen Grace may have been in consensual relations with one of the suspects. Upon being caught, reported a crime, a defense known as the old threadbare lie. Ida Bell Wells Barnett was an American investigative journalist, sociologist, educator, and early leader in the civil rights movement. She was one of the founders of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. Wells dedicated her career. Known to be used by white women caught in having relations with black men. Smith's comments on the Grice case enraged the local white community of white men, and a mob surrounded Smith. I put white men for a reason. Smith on the steps of the courthouse, and Smith was beaten by the mob, the preacher, and horse whipped. A crop, sometimes called a riddle crop or hunting crop, is a short type of whip without a lash, used in horse riding, part of the family of tools known as riding aids. This can also be commonly used in abusive ways, but used correctly can have good outcomes for both the rider and the horse. Smith sustained life-threatening injuries, but survived the attack. Messiah was whipped for our sins. Rape and murder of May Crow.
Our inheritance is turned to screams, and our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We are drunk in our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given our hand to the Maswayan and to the Assyrian to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have seen and are not, and we are born